Hey, it's day 117. So when I watch back on my video, I do notice that I was too serious. I was too grim. Like I was doing some kind of homework. Why this series is kind of like a journal and something that I want to dedicate into not only to improve my skill, but also to just journal to review my day and to just play for me to vent myself. But it would mainly be improving my skill, and I was kinda off topic in these 10 or 20s last video. I was all focused on the framework, all and all about that and different kind of concepts. Why instead, the thing that I should focus on is my tone, my tonation, and my emotion. That is one of the hardest thing that's one of the hardest challenge for me because I'm kind of like a logical person, and when I talk I would usually be monotone like this, but instead I should really be as lively or be emotional like this because the ability to speak persuasively don't just come from logical or come from clear talk. It also from being able to convey our emotion through pacing, tone, and emotion. That's basically the essence of speaking. I uh, I did decide to improve my tonation before even day video 100, but I kind of veered off topic. Perhaps because I was kind of busy, but whatever. I am right on the topic now, so I will most likely to talk about topic that I'm knowledgeable about, that I have lots of understanding in, to just vent off, to just reduce the burden that I would have to face when I try to form new idea and different kind of concepts in my talk. Instead, oh, instead, the thing that I will focus about, instead, the things that I will focus about is my tone, my emotion, my pacing. There is a really famous principle say that we only need to do 20% of the work to get 80% of the progress. And I really like that. And I have successfully applied that on a lot of my a lot of the fields and the subjects that I want to learn and master over. And I should really apply that in speaking. I have spent time to work on my pronunciation in my speaking, not in my pronunciation, in my fluency, in my linking word, in my grammar, vocab, which I do think that I have achieved minor success. Although, yeah, I'm not as good as a native, and there's definitely a lot more advanced or a lot more fields to improve upon. But I do think that I have practiced on them enough, and I shouldn't really grilled on them further because there are things that I could improve in a shorter time that would give me greater yield on my progress, which is tonation and emotion. Once I practice a 20% intonation and emotion, then I could focus on more advanced stuff. And then I could further practice my tone and emotion once they become the habit when I talk. That's basically my plan in talking. And yeah, I do I do recognize that by being emotional, by really trying to express myself emotionally, and by changing the pacing, and the tonation throughout my speech obviously become less boring, but I also feel more passionate and less boring and tired, and just losing just lessen the difficulty for me to come up with a good idea to talk in my speech. Maybe it's just for this attempt because I am really used to reviewing and just improving, learning from my past mistakes. So maybe when I talk about other topic, my mistakes or the flaws will still float out. But for right now, I'm satisfied with this video. And that's it for day 117. See you guys in day 118.